Hey, welcome to another video. This video is actually a bit special because it's something I've always wanted to do for a while. I'd say maybe a year and a half now. So I've been just picking up parts and saving up, and you know what you do usually when you want to get something done. You start getting the parts that you want, and then when you have most of them, you start working on it. So that's what this is. I'm just in my messy garage right now trying to show you guys what parts I've used to do whatever I've done to this car, which you'll probably know by the title. You know, it's just who I am. But yeah, so this is I don't even know what year this is, but it's I'm gonna say 2004 or 7 Hyundai Getz. It's a 1.5 liter that I turbocharged. As you can see, it's a pretty simple build. I don't even know if you'd classify this as a build. It's more like a backyard build, I'll be honest. But everything's been done right. Nothing's been, what do you call it? Nothing is like dodgy. Everything is correct. It's not like my first turbo build that I've done, which was the dodgiest, if you've seen it, which I didn't want to make a video about it because it was that dodgy. So yeah, this is my Hyundai Getz here, turbocharged. Running a little intercooler, 38mm gate, stock motor. So this is a 1.5 liter, 5-speed manual, and as you can see, the intercooler piping is right there. You can't even see it. So if you look at it, it looks pretty stock until you come up at the satellites and you try and show off, and then it fucking leaves you behind. So yeah, let's start this thing for you guys and so you guys can hear it. All right. The boost gauge is right now just running here, so it's gonna be okay for the time being, but obviously I'm gonna set it up a bit nicer later on. But yeah, there it is. It's straight piped at the moment, so I don't know if you can hear me. So it's straight off the dump, and I'm trying to fit in with those Kiwi boys, so I've got to run a screw pipe, right? Obviously that's not safe, but I'm gonna plumb it back later on. It's just for shits and gigs for now. At the moment I'm having issues with the wastegate. I've had that issue for a little while now. It is a cheap ass wastegate that actually someone sent me for like 20 bucks. He said try this wastegate and see if it works for you. If it doesn't, well, you only pay 20 bucks, so what are you expecting? But he said if it works for you, you can have it and it's all yours. But yeah, so the wastegate's not working a little bit, so I'm gonna have to order another one. Not from eBay. I don't trust eBay anymore. They broke my heart. But so I'm gonna get a Tile or Turbo Smart or something. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Currently I'm having issues also with the radiator. It's a bit overheating. It's not a head gasket. It doesn't look like a head gasket. So I bought this car really cheap. I think 300 bucks, 250, something like that. So the turbo, where did I get the turbo from? The turbo actually came with an engine that I bought a little while ago, and it had a turbo with a manifold and everything, but I just got the turbo off it, and that's the motor over there. I don't need that anymore. So, and it came with this other spare turbo, but I don't need that as well. I'm probably gonna put that in this thing. I don't know, we'll find out. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'll show you the other stuff. So I'll probably shut it off, it's a bit too loud. Okay, so this is what I'm running. Let's try and break this down. So most of the parts that I bought are from eBay, like the wastegates eBay, the hoses, which this is a bit loose, so I probably should tighten that. But this is from what do you call it, that shop in Motorsport Accessories. These hoses, high temp hoses, and yeah, so all those are from them. These these are from, I don't know if you can see, but these what do you call it, silicone joiners. These are from what are they even called? They're like an automotive shop in Moore Street in Brisbane. And I heat wrapped here, and I heat wrapped on this side as well of the intercooler piping. I'll remove the front bumper so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like. It's a bit tight, so that's not good. Oh, there you go. Come on. Alright, let's remove this. Okay, so this intercooler piping has been done a few days ago by a guy. I'll put his details in the description. But yeah, he came over one Saturday and he did the intercooler piping for me. And he suggested I also run a one-way valve for the booster, so that, you know, because the car's not made for a turbo, so now you don't have as much vacuum in there, because now you're replacing it with boost when you go full throttle, whatever. But yeah, so I used what do you call these, heat wraps around here, because it's close to the piping, the screamer pipe I should say, the wastegate. And these are just from a shop in Moore Street, and the piping I bought from Darryl at Nelson's exhaust shop. I'll put their details in the description as well. Pretty cool guy. He hooked me up with every piping that I need. I told him, you know, I sent him photos. I didn't know what I wanted, I didn't know what I needed, so I just sent him photos of my engine bay and what he would think would work. And he literally just gave me everything, and it cost me like, I think, 170 bucks. So with all the bends and everything, but obviously he didn't give it to me exactly like that. I had to get them cut and welded and things like that. So, but he literally gave me everything, so he knew what I was talking about. And most of the stuff that you'll see here are really cheap stuff, and things that I also had in the garage, like these hoses here are, like I said, are from Motorsport Accessories. This wastegate here is from eBay. It cost me 20 bucks. Someone just sent it to me, and he's like, I'll do a deal for you for 20 bucks. Just try this wastegate and let me know how it goes. Well, it's not going well, because as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's leaving, it's like open at idle. And the heat wraps from eBay as well. And then this heat sleeve is from Motorsport Accessories as well. But yeah, I think it's really simple. I'm just using a stock manifold. So as you can see, this here, these runners manifold, whatever you want to call them, this usually goes to a catalytic converter. It's cast steel. So I had that cut, and I asked one of my friends to weld a T2 flange on there for me, so that I can run that little VJ turbo from a Ford Laser or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what he's done. He shoved the wastegate, the internal wastegate, on the turbo. He welded this V-band on here for me as well. So yeah, that's what he's done on there. He's done the hot side and stuff like that. And the intercooler was actually given to me by one of my friends. He bought it for me, and he is like, use this. This is, you know, trying to help you out as a friend. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Thanks, man. So we picked it up one night, and he gave me that, and that's actually a bit loose, so I probably should tighten that. But yeah, as you can see, it goes from the turbo, it goes into like a little U down there, and then it comes out there, and then into the intercooler, and then from the intercooler under the car, and then from under the car through up there, and then to the throttle body. And then I'm just using for the oil lines, I'm using a little fitting that I got from one of my, actually, he's a good guy. Like, I like this guy. He helps me out with everything that I need. He's located in Victoria, so he sent me, let me go outside. He sent me this fitting here. Well, it's in the car, but he sent me a similar fitting that's a lot shorter than this. This one was too long. It was hitting where the coolant drain, this pipe goes to, that black pipe that you see there, where that goes to, this thing kept hitting it, and then you still have to put that sensor in there, so it wasn't a great deal. So I used his one was a lot shorter, and the sensor would go on, and this won't come off because this is a bit loose. I don't have the right size washer, and yeah, he sent me everything I need. The oil line is from him, and then for an oil drain I'm just using a stock sump. It's literally the same as I'll show you. It's the same as this 1.5 liter Elantra motor. So it's the same steel sump. As you can see, this is another Hyundai Getz motor, and it has a different type of sump. It's not even steel, so it's, I don't know what that's made from, but that's like, I don't know, alloy maybe. But yeah, so I just asked Josh to also weld something onto that for me, like a little bung, and I'm using that as an oil drain right under the turbo. Right, so it's under the turbo, and the turbo's up here, so it works out pretty well. That's what I'm doing for oil drain. And then the coolant, I'm using the back of the block. There's like some lines that come out of the head, and they go into like somewhere in the intake or whatever, so I'm using those, and I'm running lines through them, as you can see down there. And they go, one is here and the other one is there, so that's the drain, this is the feed. And then for the blow off, for the waste, for the, what do you call it, the boost gauge, I'm using this, and then it's going into the vacuum somewhere down there, somewhere close to the vacuum ports. So that's what I'm doing with that. But yeah, it's really simple build. I'll try and show you guys video of like it running and whatever. But yeah, so this is what I've been working on for the past, I would say maybe 2 months. I'll start it again so you guys can hear it. So 2 months I've been working on this car. It would have been quicker if I had the intercooler piping done, and you would have seen videos about it a month ago, but yeah, it's all right. So I'm gonna try and tighten that what do you call it, wastegate port. It's a bit loose, so excuse me for a second. Let me look for the tools that I need. And I'm just having a radiator issue at the moment, so I can't really take it for that big of a drive, but excuse me. I'm just trying to tighten that wastegate port. It's a bit loose. I'm pretty good at leaving things loose, so right now it's running straight off the dump, so I'm going to tighten that. I'm going to put the rest of the exhaust on. I've got a 14 psi. I've got a 14 psi spring in it, but I'm gonna remove that spring and put a 7 psi one in it, and I'm gonna try and go from there. But yeah, that's as simple as I think it gets. Hyundai Getz, right? So, and I did take it for a drive, and as you can see, it is open. So the wastegate is open, and it shouldn't be open. So yeah, we'll it's a bit sad that I have to get a new wastegate. I did trust the eBay fellas, but obviously they don't give you the best parts, so I mean, it only costed me 20 bucks, like I said, so and I'll show you guys the radiator issue that I'm having. As you can see, it's spraying down on the intercooler here. From here, as you can see, this is green. There's literally water. If you have a look while I rev it. As you can see, water spraying away from there. So that's the issue I'm having. Water's just spraying out. There's a massive hole in the radiator. Looks how do you explain this? It looks like you don't even realize that it's turbo when you put that front bar on. So that's pretty sick if you ask me. And I need to do the rest of the exhaust system. As you can see, it's pretty loud. So right now it's just running from the dump. It's pretty loud if you ask me. This exhaust system here is just a muffler, so I'm not gonna use it. I'm probably gonna use a straight pipe onto a resonator and then a straight pipe after that. But yeah, this is something you'll probably be seeing on the channel more often now, so keen to go take this thing for a rip, but not now. I have to wait until I get it registered, and I have to plumb the rest of the exhaust onto the dump, like the wastegate. That's just for shits and gigs for now, but maybe I'm gonna leave it on there. You won't know. But yeah, this is it. This is what I've been working on. I'll try and explain more later down the road, but for now, this is it. This is just this is what I've been working on. I'm hoping I can do more things like this in the near future, because this is pretty cool. So there's only literally one turbo Getz out there in Brisbane, and this is the second one. I don't know if there's more out there in Brisbane, but I only know about one, so this is the second one. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. Take care.